Pillars of Progress. Top 10 Industry-Changing Inventions. Human ingenuity, a relentless force, has sculpted the world we inhabit. From rudimentary tools to complex technologies, inventions have revolutionized industries, reshaping societies, and propelling us into new eras. Here's a curated list of 10 such transformative innovations. 1. The printing press. Democratizing knowledge. Imagine a time when books were incredibly rare and expensive, hand-copied by scribes, and only a very few people could ever hope to own one. That all changed with Johannes Gutenberg's amazing invention in the mid-1400s, the printing press. Think of it like a giant stamp machine for words. Before the printing press, sharing information was slow and difficult. But suddenly, with this invention, books could be made much faster and cheaper. This meant more people could learn to read and get their hands on new ideas. It was like unlocking a giant library for everyone. The printing press helped spread knowledge about science, art, and new ways of thinking, which helped kickstart huge changes like the Renaissance, a time of amazing art and learning. And the scientific revolution, when people started discovering how the world really works. It truly transformed communication and made knowledge accessible to the masses, paving the way for our modern information age. 2. The steam engine, powering the industrial age. Before the steam engine, most work was done by hand, by animals, or by using natural forces like wind and water. Then, in the late 1700s, James Watt made big improvements to the steam engine, making it much more powerful and efficient. Imagine a giant kettle that creates so much steam it can push pistons and turn wheels. This invention was like giving industries a superpower. It meant factories no longer had to be built next to rivers for water power. They could be anywhere. The steam engine powered huge machines in textile factories, helped pump water out of mines, and most famously, made trains and steamships possible. This led to the Industrial Revolution, a time when new factories popped up everywhere. Cities grew, and goods could be made and transported much faster. It truly revolutionized transportation and manufacturing, changing how people lived and worked forever. 3. The light bulb, illuminating the world. For thousands of years, when the sun went down, people relied on candles, oil lamps, or fires for light. Work stopped and life slowed down. Then, in the late 1800s, after many tries by different inventors, Thomas Edison created a long-lasting and practical incandescent light bulb. Think of it as trapping a tiny glowing sun inside a glass sphere. This simple invention changed everything. Suddenly, factories could operate 24 hours a day, extending the workday and increasing production. Homes became brighter and safer, making reading and nighttime activities much easier. Streets could be lit, making cities safer and livelier after dark. The light bulb didn't just make things brighter. It transformed daily life and industry by literally extending the hours available for work, learning, and socializing. It was a true game changer in how we live and interact with our environment. 4. The Internal Combustion Engine, mobilizing the masses. Before the internal combustion engine, horses and carriages were the main way to get around on land, and steam engines powered trains and large ships. But then, in the late 1800s, inventors like Gottlieb Daimler developed the high-speed internal combustion engine. Imagine a small, powerful engine that burns fuel inside it to create a tiny explosion, pushing a piston and making wheels turn. This was the heart of the first automobiles and eventually airplanes. This invention didn't just give us cars, it totally revolutionized travel and logistics. people could suddenly travel further and faster than ever before, leading to new ways of living, working, and delivering goods. It connected towns and cities, made trade more efficient, and gave individuals unprecedented freedom to move. This engine truly set the stage for our modern mobile world. 5. The telephone, connecting the globe. Before the telephone, long-distance communication was slow. You had to send a letter, which could take days or even weeks to arrive, or a telegram, which was faster but still not instant. Then, in the late 1800s, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Imagine speaking into a device and hearing someone's voice instantly, even if they are miles away. This was a mind-blowing concept at the time. The telephone didn't just make it easier to chat with friends and family. It completely transformed business and social interaction. Deals could be made quickly, emergencies could be handled faster, and families could stay connected across distances. It created a world where instant verbal communication was possible, drastically shrinking the world and fostering global connections in a way never before imagined. 6. The assembly line. Mass production redefined. In the early 1900s, if you wanted to build something complicated like a car, workers would gather all the parts and build one car at a time from start to finish. This was slow and expensive. Then, Henry Ford came along and perfected the assembly line. Imagine a conveyor belt moving a product and each worker stays in one spot, adding just one small part as it goes by. This was a revolutionary idea. It meant that products could be made much, much faster and more efficiently. This innovation didn't just make cars more affordable, it revolutionized manufacturing processes across many industries. Suddenly, more goods could be produced at a lower cost, making them accessible to many more people. It transformed economies by ushering in the era of mass production, making common household items widely available and changing how goods were made worldwide. 7. The transistor, the dawn of the digital age. Think about old radios and computers. They used to be huge, clunky machines with glowing glass tubes called vacuum tubes. These tubes used a lot of power and broke easily. In the mid-1900s, scientists John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley invented the transistor. Imagine a tiny electronic switch that can turn an electrical signal on or off, but it's super small and uses very little power. This tiny invention was a giant leap forward. It replaced those big vacuum tubes, allowing electronic devices to become much smaller, faster, and more reliable. The transistor is the unsung hero inside almost every electronic device you use today. Your phone, computer, and even your calculator. It truly revolutionized electronics and computing, making the digital age possible by allowing for the miniaturization and widespread use of electronic devices. The integrated circuit, miniaturizing technology. The integrated circuit, or IC, developed in the late 1950s by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce, took the idea of the transistor to the next level. Imagine not just one tiny transistor, but thousands, millions, or even billions of them, along with other electronic parts, all squeezed onto a single tiny chip of silicon, smaller than your fingernail. This invention was like putting an entire city of electronics onto a postage stamp. It meant that electronic devices could become even smaller, more powerful, and cheaper to produce. The integrated circuit is the brain of your smartphone, your computer, and countless other smart devices. It fueled the information technology revolution, making powerful computers accessible and leading to the development of microprocessors that underpin nearly all modern technology. The Internet, connecting the World Wide Web. Before the Internet, if you wanted to find information, you went to a library or looked in an encyclopedia. If you wanted to talk to someone far away, you used the telephone or wrote a letter. Then, in the late 20th century, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which connected computers all over the globe forming the internet as we know it. Imagine a giant, invisible web that links every computer on Earth, allowing information to flow freely and instantly. This invention wasn't just about sharing cat videos. It completely transformed communication, commerce, and access to knowledge. It created a global platform for sharing ideas, shopping, learning, and connecting with people from all cultures. The internet has fundamentally changed how we live, work, learn, and interact with the world, making information readily available at our fingertips. Genetic engineering, reshaping life itself. For centuries, humans have influenced living things through selective breeding, like choosing the strongest crops or the fastest horses. But genetic engineering, especially with technologies like recombinant DNA and CRISPR-Cas9, developed in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, allows us to go much, much further. Imagine being able to edit the instruction manual of a living organism, changing specific genes to achieve desired traits or fix problems. This is what genetic engineering allows. It's like being able to rewrite a tiny part of the code that makes up life. This incredibly powerful invention is revolutionizing medicine, offering new ways to treat diseases like cystic fibrosis or certain cancers. It's also transforming agriculture, allowing us to create crops that are more resistant to pests or drought. Genetic engineering is a groundbreaking field with the potential to reshape life itself, offering unprecedented possibilities for human health and our relationship with the natural world.